Good day. My name is Almarie Nell and I'm an educational psychologist working for Community Keepers. Today we're going to discuss aggressive behavior and how to deal with it in our classrooms. There are many challenges that teachers have to face daily. Overcrowded classrooms, some children struggle with concentration and focus, other learners have learning difficulties and lose motivation in the process, and the list can go on and on. It's been reported that the majority of teachers find verbally and physically aggressive children and incidents the most challenging to deal with in class. Today we're going to discuss this topic in order to understand the reason behind aggressive behavior a bit better, to find possible solutions in dealing with it. And before we get to the do's and don'ts, we'll also look at our behavior to such incidents. Children who are aggressive antagonize other children. They tend to irritate, annoy, aggravate, tease, and threaten other children in order to get reaction and attention. They might be seen as the class bully or the children who don't have many friends. Their behavior is often unpredictable. They tend to be argumentative and difficult to form relationships with. Why do we find these incidents so challenging? When there's an aggressive incident in class, be it verbally or physically, the whole class atmosphere is emotionally loaded for all present, for the teacher, the peers, and the aggressor. Some might experience fear, others might be angry, others might feel helpless and scared and sad. The emotional center of our brain immediately responds to these incidents. The limbic system is a group of interconnected systems located deep within the brain. This section of the brain is responsible for our emotional and behavioral responses. The amygdala is located within the limbic system and is responsible to incidents in our environment. And this section helps us organize behaviors and emotional responses to fear and anger. The flight and fight response is therefore automatically triggered during an aggressive incident. And it is said, when emotions go up, intelligence goes down. We tend to react impulsively when we are in danger or feel fearful or angry, and this behavior can cause distress and harm. Why do children behave aggressively? There are so many reasons behind aggressive behavior, and us as adults and teachers need to keep in mind that the causes are multiple. We should avoid labeling children as naughty or a bad child or an aggressive child. We need to separate the child from the behavior in order to see and understand why that child behaves in a certain way. Some causes might be environmental stresses, financial difficulties, domestic violence, stress in the community, neurological deficits or issues. Then, emotional coping deficits. Some children struggle to deal with heightened emotions, disappointment, anger, feeling scared. They struggle regulating themselves. A lack in self-confidence and a feeling of inferiority can cause some children to be aggressive. Aggression on aggression is an explosive mix. For us as responsible adults in that situation, it's very important to control how we behave and respond, and we need to avoid yelling, screaming, or scolding, or using our power of authority to deal with a child that is so emotionally loaded. It's important to keep physical distance from the child. Stand next to the child or at right angles. It might be less threatening or intimidating. And avoid excessive eye contact, which can also be very intimidating. Wait a while. Wait till the child is calm and then gently approach the child in order to discuss the consequences and the incident. Being the responsible adult in class, we constantly need to keep our emotions in check. That is the first step in dealing or solving any emotional problem. We tend to feel anxious, tired, stressed, and it's so important for us to know what we are experiencing and how we deal with it. A positive classroom environment will cause change. When children are treated with dignity and respect, they tend to show dignity and respect to the teacher. A reciprocal positive relationship will happen, and this will make children feel at home and more comfortable and safe in their environment. So the teacher's role in building a relationship with a child is very important in dealing with aggressive situations. Always model the behavior that you want to see in children. If we show them how we respond when we are angry or disappointed, that is where they learn how to respond to their anger. Give the child the right kind of attention. Aggressive behavior will succumb to gentleness. Gently respond to what you're seeing. Acknowledge their distress and acknowledge the feeling that they are experiencing. A child will feel respected when this incident is dealt with one-on-one, and this will build a trusting relationship between the teacher and the child. Be genuine. Be genuine in building a relationship with a child in order to understand the behavior better, while being calm and collected and assertive. Create opportunities and situations for the child to show responsibility and praise them for it. Catch them doing something right. Be aware of them when they cooperate without you asking them, and praise them. Leadership. Give opportunities for the child to show positive leadership, because often these learners are leaders. They just don't know how to lead or how to lead correctly and how to vent the energy correctly. Then children should acknowledge and take responsibility for their behavior. Help them own it. Help them strategize and to plan ahead and to apologize to the people who were involved in the situation. There should be core principles and values for every school community. Firstly, positive teacher-child relationships. One-on-one relationships is very important. Secondly, all members of the school community should be treated with dignity and respect. And teachers should also show self-respect in dealing with aggressive, difficult situations. Bullying, violence, interpersonal violence should not be tolerated in school. This will make everyone feel safe in this environment. These core values and principles will help teachers and support staff to create rules and consequences for such behavior. Try to deal with aggressive behavior assertively and effectively in class. This will promote your authority as class teacher. It is important to get help from outside, also according to the school policy and principles, once you feel that your safety or other learners' safety is at risk. To end with, all children seek and benefit from unconditional support and acceptance. We don't need to approve or accept inappropriate aggressive behavior, but we need to build a one-on-one relationship with each child in order to create a safe space in the classroom. You, as responsible adult, might be the only adult in that child's life who invests in his future. Thank you very much.